Welcome back. I know. My upload schedule is lazier than a koala on heroin. And guess what? It's a day ending with Y. So I have another Albion guide video for you. The main focus of today's build is the equivalent of the bazooka version of a boxing glove. Yes, you are right. It's a Brawler gloves video. The build is so cheap it comes with bonus emotional damage. It is in fact so cheap the weapon apologizes when you equip it. No matter how clear and simply I explain the builds, there is always some sophisticated individual trying her hardest to misunderstand it. Misogyny. Am I right? In this video, okay wait, YouTube says audience retention is low, so let's get right to the build. Assassin shoes with the ability Swift Cut. Instantly dash behind your opponent. It also deals some damage to them. Has a low cooldown. We all know they sometimes like to run. In this case, we don't hate playing cat. Cleric robe with the ability Everlasting Spirit. It has a cool shield and all, but my main focus is on the extra damage it provides. Since it is a cloth type chest piece, some smartass is gonna say, how about message jacket? I'm gonna tell you what I tell my girlfriend every time we have sex. Honey, don't be afraid of exploding different doors. I'm kidding guys, I don't talk to my pillow. Assassin hood with the ability Meditation. Obviously to match our boot drip. It literally is a refresh on your combo. What is better than doing your combo perfectly? Ha! Exactly, doing your combo perfectly twice. Topping it off with a beautiful blue Brazilian cape. Its ability Fey Barrier. Gives you a buff and purge immunity upon casting your headpiece ability. For potion and food, we bring the usual suspects. Gigantify plus a stew combo. Now for the main course, the main weapon. Pay attention fairy gang, here is the ability breakdown. If you have severe ADHD, you can just jump to the PvP section. Q, Shockwave, the fourth option. It's a double combo. The first one with a lower cooldown is a directional shockwave, very spammable. The only rage Q among war gloves, 10 meter, that's huge. And the second consecutive cast is literally your boot ability in a trench coat. Does the same thing, dashes you to the opponent, makes cooldown higher though. W, devastating combo, fourth option. During a 1 second channel, stun a single target at melee range and deal damage to them. Let's be frank, it's a stun, it's good, we like his stun. E, Blazing Gazer, does a good chunk of damage in a decent AoE, also throws them in the air momentarily. Cringe name though, I wonder what name could be better. How about Blazing Squirt? Passive, Rushdown. Get faster at running the more auto attacks you do. You just wish you could do this in real life. Upon first sight, cosplaying as an ADHD Cocomelon kid, use boot and drop them without inspection. There is advantage in surprise, deadass. Now that you are close, use W, stun them, and chain it to your E. Do not let them cast their defensives. If they get to them before you do this, or you do your combo while they are in their defensive buffs, I'm gonna be honest, GG well played, rip. Now Q. Here is where their brain wakes up and they want to fight back. Activate your cleric robe, meditate with your assassin hood. Since everything has 15 seconds cooldown, you have the whole combo again after you complete your peaceful meditation. And your cape plus cleric robe buffs make sure of the satisfying completion. Now redo the whole thing and hopefully they are dead. If not, try finishing them off with your right clicks and your Qs. No worries, your passive will help you tremendously in chasing. Now that's what I call a happy ending. Good matchups, high DPS squishy builds like fire staffs, bows, crossbows, etc. and most melee brawlers like swords, spears. Seems like a dream come true. You know the annoying kiders feeling smart bringing bows to the fight? Well, no more. Bad matchups, tanky builds like quarter staffs, hammers, tanky cursor staffs, you know the ones with soldier armor, and healers. I mean, who don't healers counter? You simply can't deal enough damage to kill them. Now let's talk about some matchups I encountered in Corrupted Lairs. Okay, this is our first matchup against Deathgivers. Now, when we're playing against like this melee squishy builds, we have the upper hand. We can easily win these fights. We just need to land our spells properly, and it's going to be easy. We're going to jump each other, I'm going to hit him, bam. His HP drops. And look, this is why I like Brazilian cape. I mean, some people that prefer a smuggler cape with double poison or third foot cape and Avalonian cape for just a little bit more damage. But the good thing about Brazilian cape is that it's just way more versatile than those capes. It can do a lot more things. Just look, I am just negating his mercenary jacket completely. He cannot life steal. And he's smart about it too, because he knows he's going to die. He cannot disengage, he just used his boots, which was assassin shoes. So he's going to try to life steal, but because of Vercillian Cape, he won't be able to do that. And just massive damage. I'm going to disengage. And now it's not even close, he's going to die. You are going to have a really easy time when you're fighting against these type of builds. You're basically against them. It's going to be an easy match. Okay, let's go to the next. Alright, in this one, we are against the Chillhowl staff. Corrupted Staff. I mean, I myself, I'm a player that just like to get close and personal with my opponents, you know. Play brawler weapons like spears and swords. That's why Frosted Staffs are the bane of my existence. And the reason for that is just because of that fucking W. The blink, it's just so annoying. But saying that, it doesn't mean that I don't know how to play against it. And in this scenario, you need to play it slow. You kind of need to kick the ball to their side of the field and let them play it out. Because as long as you are chasing them, they have the advantage over you. They can just wait, just spam you with their abilities, and the moment you wanted to jump them, they can just blink away. They need to make a mistake so that you could have the ability to win. And right now, he is making a mistake. He is using his boots to run at me. Now, that's not gonna pay out for him that well, because once he gets in, he cannot get out. And I don't know why he's being so hasty about it, but I'm going to take advantage of this. More than half of his HP is just gone. He made 2 other mistakes as well. I don't know why he didn't use his W to get away, or maybe it was just on cooldown. And third mistake is that he should have used his E on himself rather than me. Because if I would have jumped him and he would have used his E on himself, then I wasn't able to do anything. Then he could have just blinked away and I had just no way of surviving that fight. But he didn't do that. Now he's just in range for my Q. I'm going to refresh. He can't get away. He used his blink. Now the game of cat and mouse begins. He's a Frosted Staff, is going to walk away. But because his HP is so low, he cannot re-engage. He's going to use his boots, he's going to run away, but that is his final mistake because he's running away towards a place that is filled with mobs. And since he has such low HP, he's not going to make it. Hit him, he's dead. So when you're playing against Frosted Staffs, Chillhowl Staff, or any Frosted Staff, doesn't matter. The only thing that's really annoying is the goddamn W. You need to play this slow. If you are chasing them, you will be the one who's going to die. I have no idea how that didn't happen. You need to wait for them to make a mistake. They have the upper hand. You need to understand that you are the one who is in massive disadvantage, so you need to play like it. And when you master to do that, you can win fights easily. And hey, even if you die, it's alright. You're gonna learn more, and that's Albion. Okay. Let's go to the next match. Alright, in this one we're against the Fire Staff. The only thing that you need to be mindful of is the Flame Wall, nothing more. Jump him immediately, cast our spells. I don't know why he used his boots, maybe he panicked, but just look at his HP. One more E and he's dead. It's insane just how much damage this build does to squishy DPS dealers. I tried to jump, I made that mistake. I wanted to actually see if my Q works over Flame Wall. It doesn't. I should have used my Cleric Robe over here. I did, but a little bit late. Now look at him. He used his boots, he doesn't have it, he's running away. I don't really care if I get hit because the second that I get to the cast range of my assassin shoes, he's dead. But we need to remember that he has Flame Wall. If I jump him and he casts his Flame Wall against me and I just bounce around like a ping pong ball, I am going to die. It's not even going to be that close. So we need to use our Gigantify before our jump. That's why we can win. He used his Cleric Robe really late, but I don't blame him. It's really difficult to try to kind of time Everlasting Spirit with this build because when are you going to use it exactly? You need to anticipate. But the important key is the Gigantify. Some people forget and try to only use it defensively, but the effect of that it makes you immune to forced movement effects is just really good. Fire Staffs are just easy to win. They did a lot of damage, but they're not tanky. You're against them, you're gonna have an easy time. Let's move on to the next. Fighting against an Arcane Staff. It's nothing we can't handle. It doesn't really counter us that much. So if we play our cards right, we can win. Alright. Now, we saw him, but in Albion, people have just learned this instinct. And when they meet you, they just start walking away. So you can't really jump them. And I don't blame them, because today's meta is just people that jump you and just explode you in 2 seconds. So as he's walking away, he's inspecting me, so he knows what my build is, he knows what I'm going to do, he knows that I'm going to jump him, use all of my spells, pop my cleric robe, and then meditate. So knowing that, I'm trying to make a play of my own and just switch things up a little bit. So jump him, I'm gonna hit him. No cleric robe, just meditate. And because I did that, just watch him, because I knew he's going to wait and just try not to proc my cleric robe buff. Because of that, he's going to wait a second to cast his E. But even though I'm silenced, even though I'm interrupted, all of my abilities just 5 seconds for them to come up. It's going to be so easy. Now he's going to do Shoes of Tenacity, he's going to pop his spells, I'm going to Gigantify. Look, I have my spells up again, I'm going to hit him. And now, because we saved Cleric Robe, we can counter his Mercenary Jacket easily. I'm going to deny any value that he's going to get with it. That's why I'm going to win. In Albion, it's just the little things. Even if you just switch little things or just a little bit, even if it is something like, wow, everything trashed, wonderful. Even if it's just like popping your Cleric Robe 2 seconds later, is going to win you the fight. He had this entire idea, this entire plan inside his head. Oh, he's going to jump me, cast his spells, pop Cleric Robe and meditate at the same time. And then I'm going to save my Mercenary Jacket for the end, get an insane value and win. But because I did it and I saved my Cleric Robe, I won. Even though he could have played it differently. He could have used his Mercenary Jacket and his E at the same time. That way I wasn't able to do anything to counter his Mercenary Jacket and I would have died. So he could have done better, but hey, you throw them off even if you just miss the timings by just 2 seconds. GG. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Also tell me in the comment section what you think about this type of content. That's it. See you next week. Peace out.